Hello, Sergeant Cairns, Dayton Police. The reason I stopped you is you're going 75 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. Any reason for that speed?
Oh, I thought it was 70. I'm sorry.
No, ma'am. Are you still living on Amber and Mason? Okay, do you have your insurance card with you by any chance? Okay. All right, I'll be back with you in just a moment, okay, Miss Fox? So we're going to run her information and the license plate into the system here. Make sure that she is actually indeed a valid driver and that the car is allowed to be on the road with proper registration. We'll take a look at her driving history and different things, and then ultimately, because of her speed, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, I'm going to issue her a citation for speed. So it looks like she's had some previous convictions for different things, actually 2 speeding tickets in the past. So we'll give her a citation, hopefully to remind her to slow down, pay attention to those speed limit signs. Again, just 20 miles an hour is too excessive. Okay, Miss Fox, this is a citation for speed. You're going 20 over. It's just too fast. Nowhere in the city is it even close to 70. Just watch those signs for me. Just please be careful pulling back out into traffic. If you want to go to court, it's on the 20th. If you don't want to go to court, just read over the back. There's a phone number if you need to have some questions, or a website you can go to and look about how to avoid that court appearance, okay? So again, just please be careful pulling back out into traffic. All right, ma'am, you're good to go. .540 traffic.
540, go ahead.
75 northbound at 35 with
1548.
So I'm going to run the license plate first here before I go up and just see what it says about the person, make sure there's no warrants or anything like that.
Broadcast only 1549.
Also gives us an indication. We can kind of see who the owner is and see what their driving history is. So if they try to say they've never had any sort of tickets before or anything. So I'm going to go make contact with her. Do you have an insurance card with you?
I don't have it.
You don't have one? Do you have insurance for the car though? No. Is the car in your name? Okay. I'll be right back with you, okay, Ms. Walker? This is the registered owner of the vehicle. She had some reason in that there was a semi behind her, so she wanted to speed up. Obviously, that's not a reason to be going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. I asked her for her insurance information, and she said she does not have insurance on the car, which is in her name. So she'll have to deal with that at a later date. She'll get a citation today for her speed, and then the insurance, the state will ask her about her insurance again, and if she cannot provide any insurance for today, they'll probably suspend her license because of that. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Sergeant Cairns, Dayton Police. I stopped you going 79 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. Any reason for going so fast? Stopped just over a year ago going 84 in a 65. And then stopped again doing 84 in a 65. So this guy likes to go too fast, so we're going to give him a citation, kind of just hopefully remind him that he needs to slow down and be thinking about other people's safety out there, especially in an active construction zone where construction workers are present. We'll enter his information into our computer system. We have gone away from the old days of handwriting tickets, so everything now is a digital type system. So I can punch his information into the computer here, and then kind of do a little bit of cutting and pasting, and it goes directly into an electronic citation. And then that citation will, he'll get his copy, and then the copy goes automatically to the courts. So there's no other copies, saves on the number, the amount of paper, those sort of things. All right, Mr. Padilla, this is a speeding ticket, okay? You don't have to go to court. If you want to go to court, though, this is the Dayton location up here on the 20th. If you don't want to go to court, if you read over the back, and then down here is a website you can go to, and it'll tell you what you can do to pay the fine, okay? Just slow down, watch that construction zone. It's just way too fast. The noise you're hearing coming from the radar unit is basically the Doppler noise, or it's the actual sound of speed, if that makes sense. So you can hear as the speeds go up, the tone will go up to a higher pitch. The speed goes down, the tone goes down to a lower pitch. And so those are all part of the methods we use to confirm when we see someone that we think speeding. We'll look at the speed, we'll also listen to that sound, and it'll kind of give us that confirmation that we're looking for, that indeed a car was going that fast. 540 traffic.
$540, go ahead.
Be on 75 southbound at 35. It's a gray Chevy Malibu, one on board.
$1647.
All right. Hello, Sergeant Cairns, Dayton Police. The reason I stopped you today is you went by me, you had your cell phone in your hand. Any reason for that? She was going to receive a citation today for having that cell phone in her hand. The nice thing is the state of Ohio has a program right now where as long as she doesn't have a previous one of these, she'll be able to go online, take a course, and then there'll be no points and no fine when she goes to court. So first thing I need to do is just make sure she doesn't have one of these convictions previously, and it doesn't look like she does. So she'll get the citation for having that cell phone and then be given the option. She doesn't have an option, she has to go to court, but be given the option of taking that online course. So this is a citation for holding the cell phone, okay? The good news is this piece of paper here on the back is this QR code. If you go online and then take this online class, it's about an hour and a half long. You take that certificate with you to your court date. Your court date's on the 20th. They won't give you any points on your license. They won't give you any fine on your for the fee. So it's basically like Ohio's way of kind of like, hey, we just want people to get educated on not having that cell phone. Hello, Sergeant Cairns, Dayton Police. The reason I stopped you today is when you went past me, you had your cell phone in your hand looking at it. Okay, sir. So this is a citation, okay, for having the cell phone. The good news is this card right here has got this little QR code on there. If you scan the QR code, it's going to take you online and then you can take a course. You take the course and then you save the certificate. You print it up or just keep it on your phone. You have to go to court on the 20th. You take the certificate with you, no fines and no points on your license. So, but you got to make sure you do that. So that's important. And then again, the court date's the 20th, okay? So there's all of that, and this piece of paper here, this explains like the rules on using your cell phone, okay? So there's all of that for you. If you have any questions or something, there's a phone number and a website on the back you can go to, okay? That's okay. So just let's learn from this and then not do it again and you'll be okay. Like I said, just do that online course. There'll be no points against your license and they don't give you the fine. So,
But you give me a ticket, right?
yeah, it is a ticket. And then the court date's at the top there. So, but when you go to court, if you take that certificate with you,
Yeah, but I have a question.
yep.
How much for
How much what?
how much for ticket?
Well, if you do that certificate, nothing. If you go online and take the course. If you don't go online and take the course, it's going to be $150. So I would go online and do that course. Okay? So, all right, sir. Be careful pulling out in the traffic, okay? All right. Yep. Hey, so Sergeant Cairns, Dayton Police Department Traffic Unit. Just want to thank you for coming out with us today as we went up onto the highway and did a joint traffic enforcement detail with our partners, the Ohio State Highway Patrol and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. We do this to try to slow down traffic and to basically make the streets safe. So we were pretty successful today in writing several speeding violations as well as distracted driving or cell phone violations.